Hi, welcome to Pursuing Knowledge, brought to you by Pursuit Wealth Group. My name is Brittany Drish, and joining me here today is Crystal Weiss, a wealth planner here at Pursuit. And today we're going to be talking about debt. So, comes up in a lot of meetings. People want to completely eliminate all their debt, but is all debt bad debt?
Yeah, that's really good question. We get that question all the time here at the office, and that, there's, high interest rate, low interest rates. Should I invest the dollars? So there's a combination of, depending on what your risk tolerance is, can you make more in the market versus paying down, a low interest rate debt? And that, that's something that we talk about quite often here. So,
Yeah, I know it comes up a lot, even when there's a lower interest rate. And you'd probably make more in the market. There's still that behavioral finance aspect of, okay, but I have the money to pay it down. I just want to pay it down.
Yeah.
And what would you tell a client in that situation?
We would say the math says that you would potentially make more. We can't guarantee rates of return.
Right.
But typically over the long run, stocks make, 10 to 12% over time versus, a 3 or 4% debt that you may have. So you can make that difference in spread, if you believe in stocks over time. But then there's the emotional side too, where we say, hey, some clients will say, I want to just pay it down, even though it's 3 or 4%, that makes me feel more comfortable. So there's the emotional side and then there's the math side, but, we'll talk about both of them and how that impacts your plan.
Right. And then it comes up in almost any video, regardless of the topic, but taxes and liquidity. How does that play a role in this?
Yep, absolutely. So, hey, are you going to pay down debt and have to pay a large amount of taxes to take money out of accounts? We have to factor that in as well. So even though it may be just a 3 or 4% debt, we may need to take out additional dollars to pay down that debt. So that brings that interest rate up even higher because you're going to be paying taxes on those dollars to pay down that debt. And then liquidity, hey, you may be paying down that debt over time and then being able to reinvest those dollars that you were paying on a monthly payment for that debt. So there's kind of a combination between them both.
Yeah. And as always, if you do have any debt or balances and you're thinking about paying off a big balance, always reach out to the office, reach out to your advisor, right?
Yeah, we could definitely talk about that from the emotional side and then the math side, and then how does that impact your overall plan.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your insight, Crystal, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on Pursuing Knowledge.